Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to do a post-mortem on the Marvel Multiverse Iron Snow campaign and just kind of talk about what I learned as a dungeon master from running Marvel Multiverse RPG by Matt Forbeck in the Iron Snow campaign. So first of all, if you can, all the summaries are up for Iron Snow. And one of the things I learned is I'm trying, I'm always trying to be a better dungeon master. And one of the things I realized is I do have a pattern, right? And that pattern is I'm going to set up factions, right? And then my take is that the player character, the dragon master, should choose who wins between the factions, right? And that the dragon masters, the player characters, the dragon master who's playing the player character is so powerful that they get to choose the winner, right? And I want there to be some tension. I want there to be, some like gravitas in that selection, right? But it is a pattern, right? And so I like almost all of my campaigns ramp up to this faction versus this faction. The player character is going to choose the winner, right? And then help them to get the faction they prefer over the line, right? And so I actually discussed this with the gold player at the end, and I was like, I realize I'm doing this. I have this pattern of, these two, groups are going to war, and essentially you're going to help one or the other win, right? And the gold player said, no, this is fine. Like, this is, the story's moving at a good pace. And when we finished this campaign, the gold player, I was like, we could take 3 days off, we could take a week off, or we could take a month off, right? Just to kind of like reset. And he's like, no, I want to get back in pretty quick, right? And that meant a lot to me. Like, I don't take that for granted. I think, now I don't want there to be pressure that we have to, start running every campaign quickly again, but or the next campaign quickly. But I am encouraged when that happens, right? And so, I really am incredibly fortunate to be, playing with the gold player. I think, there's a synchronicity. We're both, kind of resonating on the same frequency, which is tremendous. I don't take that for granted. And I really appreciate that the gold player is patient, and it's like, no, I get you're choosing these factions, but these stories are moving quickly. We're moving from one campaign to the next campaign. We're telling these memorable stories. We're having a good time. People are entertained. People are delighted, and that I think that those are the metrics I'm trying to hit, right? Are we having a good time? Is there a memorable story? Is it entertaining? Is it delight? And then I believe if you're remembering Gary in the middle of all that, other things happen on top of that, right? Which is identity stacking, all this kind of stuff, right? And so it was. I really like this campaign. I think it went. I don't think it hit. I actually think the Star Trek camp. So far, we've run Dungeons and Dragons, Star Trek, Dungeons and Dragons, Star Trek Modifius 2D20, Marvel Multiverse role-playing game, and I think the quality order so far has been Star Trek was a peak, Dungeons and Dragons was second, and then I would say Marvel RPG was third. I don't know if the gold player would put those in a different order, but I just feel incredibly fortunate to be where we're at, and it was a really good campaign. But I do recognize this pattern, and I think I'm going to try to change the pattern, right? So, part of being self-aware is changing something if it needs to be changed. And the gold player said it didn't need to be changed, but I think I can do something more, something different, and I'm going to give that a try. So thank you guys for letting me share this with you, for doing this postmortem with you. It was very good to share this. Once again, every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion. when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider like and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.